podcast for those who want to distract themselves from the news for 30 to 45 minutes and learn about the NBA instead. Each episode focuses on one NBA game from that week. An NBA beginner Irish, that's me, and longtime NBA fan Sam.
That's me.
Learn more about the NBA games, people, and current events. Today, we're going to have a quick check-in about the NBA Finals. It's our shortest episode yet.
It's international flavor.
Yes.
We are far flung right now.
We're on opposite sides of the world.
Do you know the word for that?
Well, here's what I've heard. I've heard a debate about how it's pronounced. Is it antipode or antipode?
Ooh, I've only heard antipode, but I love antipode. Let's do that. I don't think we're there, but we're close.
We're close because it's 9:42 p.m. where I am.
And it's 8:42 a.m. where I am.
I'm in the future.
Yeah. What happens?
Anyway, boarding starts in like 5 minutes, but I don't know what that means for me.
Yeah.
15 minutes probably.
So what do you know about the finals right now?
Here's what I know. It's 2-1 Pacers.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Halliburton didn't get fouled at all. He hasn't thrown a free throw at all in the last game.
Okay.
And I know this is unrelated to finals, but Wemby's in China.
Yeah.
And he's like at a monastery maybe, and he shaved his head. And the rumor is that he has grown more and that he's now 7'7".
I heard all of those things. I was wondering
Were
if
you talking to August? Oh.
I think August and I probably read the same article or listened to the same podcast or something.
And it's so funny to me that we've never discussed the possibility that these players are so young that it is possible they are still growing.
Yeah. I heard a long time ago that on average, the later your growth spurt is, the bigger it is. Last summer, there was a lot of talk about how Tatum was taller still. They were looking at pictures of him with Team USA, like next to Chris Bosh, and they were like, my gosh, he's the same height as him.
Derek White I don't think he got to 6 feet until he was in college.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't grow until college.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the finals. What do you know about the finals?
Well, the fact that it's 2-1 Indiana is already really remarkable. I can't think of anyone who had the Thunder winning in more than 5 games. So, already everyone's wrong, right, with their final prediction. Because I didn't even hear anyone say Thunder in 6, let alone 7. And I don't think I heard anyone say Indiana. The buzz that is around, there's been a lot of talk about, like, just how elite is Halliburton. He's Indiana's best player. And he's not like a score first guy. He passes a lot more than he shoots. And so it's a little bit hard to measure like how good he is. Points is such like a ubiquitous measurement of how good someone is. So he's had a really good series. The talk after game 1, he made the game winning shot in game 1. The Pacers were ahead for about 3 seconds in game 1 and they won the game.
Yeah, I know. But it didn't happen twice. Halliburton did it again, right?
Only once in this series has he hit a game winner.
That's right. It was against the Knicks where he did the
the super high bounce. That shot put it into overtime. I lied. I think it was 0.3 seconds that they were ahead for in that game.
Wow.
And it was enough to win. So, and then game 2 was not super close. It was like a convincing win. But I watched the first quarter of game 3 and the Thunder were ahead by like 8 after the first quarter. And it looked like they had figured it out. They just looked like faster, more aggressive, stronger, more athletic. And then we woke up the next morning and saw that they won and went back and watched. And it wasn't, I don't mean this as an insult to the Pacers, but they've won a lot of games like right at the end of the game. And then when we woke up and saw that the Pacers had won, my mom and dad and I went back and watched. And it was not that. The Pacers were just kind of better. Like it was like super interesting, right? It didn't have this, I don't want to say fluky because their comebacks are real and all you have to do is have more points than the other team. And they've done that a lot. But it was like, this game, the game was really close, like halfway through the fourth quarter, and the Pacers just outplayed them. The Thunder looked tired. They looked a little discombobulated. SGA was not his normal self. So sort of the buzz is like, if the Pacers go on to do this, if they go on to win, is this the most disappointing team in like one of the most disappointing teams in NBA history in the Thunder, right? Or in the fact that they won 68 games, they had the best net rating ever. And yet, if they go on to lose these finals, is this a big failure, or is Indiana really actually just coming into their own and they're that good? I don't know yet. That's all assuming that the Thunder don't win 3 of the next 4 games.
Would Giannis Antetokounmpo say that those are all failures? No.
Good question. Yeah.
Also, I'm sure you heard. If I heard this, you heard this. That all the players in the NBA do like a voting thing, kind of like superlatives. And that Tyrese Halliburton was voted most overrated by his peers. It must feel even better to totally crush it in these finals after your peers vote you most overrated.
Yeah. Totally. One other thing I'll give you, and then you can go, is that these are two teams who are not particularly following the trend in the NBA, being like a huge number of 3-point shots. And they do a lot of what's called like matchup hunting in the NBA, where like if there's a defender that the offensive team considers weak, they'll bring that defender close to the ball so that the offensive player has a chance to go against someone who they think they can score against, basically. And like the Celtics are so boring and brutal with this that like it'll just be Tatum up near half court dribbling, and then he'll like pick out a guy and say, come here, to try to get a switch, whatever. The Pacers and the Thunder are not doing that. The ball's moving. It's been actually like really fun to watch, really good high energy stuff. So I'm enjoying it.
Good. And it's spread out a lot. So you can enjoy it for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah. This is the only game where there's only a 1-day break.
Oh.
So yeah, so they played Wednesday, they played Friday night, and then the next game would be, I guess, Monday, if game 5. Okay. So pretty fun. Great. Did we do it?
I think we did it.
Good job.
Good job. Thank you for listening to Go Team Score Points. Today's episode was edited by Irish. You can reach us at goteamscorepoints@gmail.com. Next week, we have a super special guest episode where Andrew will talk to us about the draft. See you then.